Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my March beauty favorites. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video, and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. And also, as you watch my video, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to give it a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and dive into this month's favorites. We're going to use some baseball terms today. Today is a double header. I just filmed one video. It was my Sephora VIB recommendations for the upcoming spring sale. And now we're going to talk about my favorites. So starting off with primers, one of the primers I've been using is this NYX the Marshmallow primer. It has all sorts of skincare claims and like 10 different things that it does. It like blurs. Does a lot of stuff. It does a lot of things as far as making your skin look amazing. I don't find that it gets too oily throughout the day. It's not the most mattifying. It gives me just a healthy finish, but my makeup does last all day with this primer, and it does feel a little bit better than your typical drugstore primer. I have really enjoyed this the last few months, so nothing new here. I'm still using this. I also am using, and this is like a small one here, this is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 40. I'm still using this. I didn't want to really talk about it again. You guys know I love this primer. This is the small one that I have here. In my temporary home, I have the larger size of this one. This is the Bobbi Brown face base, and it is amazing for oily skin, and I have been using this as well. So these are the primers that I've been using in March. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired, and I can tell. The foundations that I have been loving in March, the Morphe Filter Effect foundation. I did review this foundation, and I finally got the right shade. This is the foundation that I'm wearing today, and I am wearing the shade 25, and I gave the 27 shade to my daughter. It took me a while for it to dawn on me that 27 would be a perfect match for her. So I gave her that one, and finally this one was in stock, and I picked it up, and it's amazing, and I'm wearing it now. I am going to show you guys some clips of me applying some of this today, because I am wearing some of my favorites here on my face. So I am going to do like a try on sort of favorites. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like on. I really wanted to do that since when I filmed the video, it wasn't the correct shade. So if anyone is using me as a shade reference, I wanted them to see that the shade 25 is a great shade for me, and this is what it looks like. See there? We are in business. Finally in business. This is beautiful. I really have been enjoying this foundation, especially at the price point. I filmed a video on the Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion Foundation, which is this one. This has been amazing. I love this. I still kind of use this puff, even though it's not my favorite, but I do like to use it sometimes to apply the foundation, and then I take my little trusty beauty blender and I'll blend it out, or sometimes I go in directly with the beauty blender. But this one is the shade Agave. This is just beautiful. The one funny thing is when I'm applying this, I really have to look carefully in the mirror to see it going on. It is so skin-like. Even this shade, like I was thinking that maybe I needed a darker shade, but really I don't think so. When I apply this Agave shade, it just disappears on my skin to the point where I'm looking closely to see where I've placed it. It looks so skin-like. It is just the perfect face base. Foundations that claim to be skin-like that I've worn in the past really aren't skin-like. This is skin-like, and I'm sure that there are some other high-end foundations that are just like this that I just haven't tried yet, but this looks beautiful, and it does have like an extra cushion in the box here. So that's wonderful. The one drawback with cushion foundations is it's not a lot here. I think it's going to be tough to tell when it's running low and when it's going to run out. Like, how do you know? How do you know? It's because it looks so much like skin. I'm like, am I going to be able to tell when this runs out? I really want to go back and try the one that's in the little pot to see if it is similar, the other Future Skin foundation, and it's less expensive. So I don't know if it's better or not, but anyway, I'd like to try it. So this is really, really good. Very expensive, but very, very good. Okay, before I talk about concealer, I do want to mention this BECCA Under Eye Corrector. I have really been loving this. I meant to use it today, and this one is a little peachy color. Even though it looks a little bit light with my lights, it's sort of a peach color, and it's the lightest one. And I kind of wanted to try the deepest shade, but BECCA products are selling out like crazy right now, so I can't get the deep shade. I don't know that it's gonna be restocked, but Sephora and Ulta I think are both sold out now. But this is wonderful color corrector, and it's great to put on underneath your concealer. But I have found that less is more with this. Sometimes I have gone overboard with it. So I like to just dab my fingers in it and just kind of dab it under my eye prior to putting on concealer. And it just does a wonderful job of canceling out dark circles. If you can get your hands on this product before it's gone, before BECCA is no longer in existence, I would say to pick this one up. Two concealers that I've been loving this month. One is the Morphe concealer, and this one is, I don't know what shade. I can't remember the shade of this one. I will link this down below. It's too small for me to read. But I have really enjoyed this concealer. I'm wearing it today along with another concealer. I just wanted to put them both on because I was going to talk about them both in this video. But this is a wonderful alternative to high-end concealer. This looks amazing. It's a warm yellow tone, but it looks really good under my eye, and it just doesn't take very much of it in order to cancel out dark circles. So I've really enjoyed the Morphe concealer. And I also picked up the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I filmed a video on this. I purchased this from QVC, and I've really been reaching for this one over my regular Tarte. It is a little bit thinner and doesn't conceal my dark circles as well as my regular Tarte, which is where something like my BECCA comes in handy, or I just don't worry about it if it doesn't cover them all the way. But it does a really good job, and it just is creamier under the eye. So if you're a person who thought the Shape Tape was a little bit too dry for your under eyes, this might be a really good alternative. And this one is the shade Tan. But I think that now that it's offered at Ulta and on Tarte's website, they have changed some things about the container. When I first filmed this video, I talked about how this looks exactly like the regular Shape Tape. But now I think it does say Ultra Creamy, and they changed the top so that it looks different. Otherwise, you don't know which one you're using. You might not know. So anyway, this is the creamy version of the Shape Tape, and it is very, very good. I have really been using my Morphe powder. This is the banana shade. I think I talked about this last month too. I picked it up when I picked up the foundation, and I've been using that. I didn't use that one today, but I've been using it a lot. It's a yellow, sort of yellow shade, but not too yellow. So it's like the perfect yellow, and I have really been putting a dent in this. I find that it keeps my eyes matte. They look very smooth, and I love it. I also went back to my Laura Mercier in Honey, and I have to be honest, the reason I'm using this is because I have it. I liked Honey. I thought it was really pretty, but I sometimes don't want to look so yellow. I just feel like it brings out all of the yellow undertones in my skin, and I don't always want to look so yellow. But I have this, and I just can't justify buying another Laura Mercier translucent powder right now when I have so many other powders to use up. So during the week, I've just been like mixing these two together, and I will use them in the center of my face, or I will use them all over, just depending on how much time I have. I do like Honey, but I probably won't buy it again because I just prefer translucent or a lighter banana shade. But it is good. It's still good Laura Mercier. The other powder that I have been using is this One Size powder. I only like using this around the perimeter of my face. I find that it seems to be too dry under my eyes. I don't love it in the center of my face. I don't know, it doesn't look as airbrushed and flawless. I don't know what it is about it, why I don't like it. Here in my T-zone, I'll apply the banana shade by Morphe and Laura Mercier Honey, and then I'll go everywhere else with the One Size. And I do like this. but I can't say for sure that I'd repurchase it again. I'm going to use it up because I have it, but it's not my favorite translucent powder, and I can't quite put my finger on why not. I just think it's okay. Every time I try to talk about this in a favorites video, it doesn't go well. I've tried a couple of months to mention this powder, and every time I film this video, I'm like, I don't know, should I talk about it? I guess I want to give you guys an update that this is a good powder, but I don't like it in my T-zone. I just like it everywhere else, and my makeup looks beautiful and lasts all day, and I like it, but I just don't like it in my T-zone, okay? There we go. I'm just going to leave it at that. Today I put on HUDA in my T-zone, and I also have on the La Mer powder. It's not a favorite because I haven't been using it all month. I just use this sometimes. But I use the HUDA all the time, and it's been on my vanity quite some time now, and it is getting close to empty. Like it is, look guys, it's not much there. So this is just a beautiful translucent powder. I just love it. Still a favorite. I have a L'Oreal brow product that I've been using during the week. Still love that. But on the weekends, I've really been using this Precisely My Brow Pencil in 4.5. It's what I have on today. I have found that if I have time, I like this because it is small like the Brow is, and I'm able to really draw in those hair strokes with this one. So sometimes I will use a very light hand, like today I have on a kind of light-handed brow. I'll use a very light hand and just sort of do little brow, little strokes so that it looks more like hair, and I've really enjoyed this. I picked up some brow wizzes during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I probably won't be buying this anytime soon because it probably won't be on sale anytime soon. But I really do like this. This is the first time I have purchased this, and it has been excellent. A very good brow product. Also, I have been using for my brows still the Rare Beauty brow pencil. The pencil is gone. I've used it all up, but there's still brow gel here. And this is like the deep brown color. Is quite dark. Really too dark for me, but I still like it. I like having options. So sometimes when I want more of a bold brow, I'll grab this. But during the week, I have been like going over my brow pencil, whatever one I use, with this as my brow gel, and it's been excellent. So I do like that about this, that even though the brow pencil has ended, I still have a lot of brow gel here, and you really could just brush this through your brows without the pencil if you wanted to. The only eyeshadow palette that I want to mention is this Just Peachy Mattes from Too Faced. I don't even think that this is sold at Sephora any longer, but you can still purchase it on their website. But I have really been grabbing this little palette a lot lately, probably because I am working really hard and tired in the morning, and I don't want to do too much as far as my eyeshadow looks. I love this little plummy color. There's this like plum color I love, and I've been wearing this fuchsia. I've even been wearing this, and I just build the most beautiful like little smoky eye with this, and have really been enjoying it. Let's see if it still smells like peaches. It does still smell like peaches. So if you can get one of these, I highly recommend this palette. If you're a person who likes warm matte colors, it's beautiful. It also is really great if you have companion palettes, you know, palettes that are all shimmers. It's great to have something like this in your collection. That's the only eyeshadow palette that I want to mention. Everything else, same palettes that I've been using. Just not going to talk about those again. Today I just grabbed the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Haven't been using it, just decided to grab it. This is a mascara that I got for Christmas from my daughter, and it's by MAC Cosmetics, and I hope they still make it, and I don't even know what it's called, y'all. But it's got like a hard wand, very different than what I typically like, but it separates your lashes and flares them out and grabs them. Something about this wand just grabs the lash. I have really been enjoying this, so I'm gonna try to find this mascara and link it down below, but it has been wonderful. I have loved this mascara. Hate that it took me so long to try it, but I've loved it. It came in like a little set that she bought me with like a lipstick and something else. So this has been very, very good, and it's by MAC Cosmetics. I've been using the Chanel highlighter blush, but in the mornings I have found myself not reaching for that as much because it takes longer, because it's kind of the gelée formula and it takes longer to build up. So I've been reaching for other things for blush and highlighter, but I have been going back to my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in tan. That's one that I've reached for probably the most. But I also have been using my Gucci. I've been using the butter bronzer. I've just been using a lot of the same bronzers. Nothing new there. I've really been reaching for the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. I have just loved this little highlighter. It's just got the softest powder, and it's just really beautiful. It's the one that I'm wearing today, and I'm also wearing the bronzer, and it just kind of melts into your skin, and it looks gorgeous on, and it's just really quick and easy in the morning. So I've been grabbing these two quite a bit. This is my Hourglass blush. I have this on top of another blush. This is Diffused Heat, and it is the mini, and it's like this really pretty coral blush, and it does show up on deeper skin. It's gorgeous, and I've been using this Sculpture palette a lot. I've been grabbing that a lot. Not so much the bronzer, mainly the blushes, and I'll take these little lighting powders like through the center of my face. I'll just take a little brush and dust those all over. And sometimes I will attempt to use this highlighter, but it does take a while to build that up. But I grab this a lot because it's a one and done. The Hourglass blushes are amazing and have been loving those. And I also have been using the Rare Beauty blush. Even though this is a liquid blush and seems like it would be more fuss, I just take this little, now that I know what I'm doing, I take this and I just dab it on my hand here. I take my little blush brush and I'll do this, and then I just pop it on my cheek. So I have that on as well. I put this on first, and then for this second video I added the ambient on top. I just wanted a little bit more blush, so I added that on top, and this just been beautiful, and it's a lot faster than it seems, and it just melts into the skin. I love the liquid blush here by Rare Beauty, and this one is the shade Joy. I meant to mention this, guys. I have really been loving the Morphe brush. Really, this brush is worth buying. I got it free with the foundation when I first bought it. It's the E63 brush, and you just sort of wipe the foundation on, and it blends out foundation beautifully. I used it today. It is a wonderful brush to add to your collection. I love the shape of it, and it's just unique and different, and I just have really been enjoying it. And I also have been using this cheek highlighter brush a lot. I took it back with me to my temporary home to use when I'm using my Chanel highlighter and blush duo. It works better with natural fiber brushes, and this one is a squirrel haired brush, and it really picks the products up nicely. But I've also been using it for my other highlighters. I think I might have used it today when I applied this highlighter. I just love it. It's been beautiful and just such a wonderful addition. I love these Chikuhodo brushes. They are so good and so worth having. So definitely check out the Chikuhodo brushes from Beautylish. They are amazing, and it's just always good to have some natural brushes in your collection if you're a makeup lover like me, because there are some products that just seem to work better with natural brushes. So this one has been wonderful. Lately I've been going back to my Hourglass lippies. This one is Child and this one is Ignite. They're both very, very good and remind me of other lip glosses I have. This one reminds me of something I have from Marc Jacobs, like Pretty Thing maybe. And this reminds me of the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. So very, very good. And they have like a paddle, shape wand, and they're just beautiful. Love these. I've been grabbing them a lot lately. Still loving my gloss bombs. Been using these. These came in a set. This is Fussy. Still loving those on my lips. Today I have on the Rare Beauty lip balm. This one is the shade Praise. It's just this beautiful nude, You can wear it by itself. I also like wearing it with the lip liner or just topped with the gloss. It's just the softest little lip balm. And I wear this a lot during the week. I wear it a lot when I'm like on my Zoom calls and I don't want to put on a heavy lipstick. I'll just apply this. I also have on top of that, I just went crazy. I have on this NARS Orgasm Lip Balm. And it adds so much shine, guys. It's not the only shiny thing I have on, because I have on this Dior Maximizer as well. But this you can wear by itself. It's just this beautiful pink, shimmery, shiny, glossy balm. It's wonderful. It feels so good on the lips. And it's by NARS. Today I have on the Lip Maximizer. And because this is my second video and I already had on a different lip product and wiped it off, I really can feel the plumping, but this has been wonderful. These products right here are always in my purse. Love them. A couple of skincare products. I wanted to tell you guys that I have been using this Tretinoin cream. It is a 0.025% and it's like a retinol. It's like the prescription version of Differin. And I've been using it. I think it's doing a good job of smoothing the texture on my skin. I like it. I don't get any type of irritation from using this. I use it every night. And I have one tube here and one in my apartment home. It really helps with adult acne and texture on your skin, and I recommend it. You have to get it prescribed by your dermatologist. This is the generic version, and I don't think it's too expensive, but it's been really good, and I just wanted to let you guys know. So sometimes when you may see improvements in my skin, it's not just because of the skincare I'm using, it's also because of the dermatologist prescribed medication that I use. I have loved the Nourish skincare, the Your skincare. I've really been using it. I've been using the Design Essential hair care products a lot too. Been loving those. I've used the Nourish skincare products consistently morning and night. I just didn't want to talk about them again because I've talked about them for 2 or 3 months. I'm still using those products, but I'm also incorporating the Fresh products. This is the Youth Preserve Moisturizer, and this is also the Rose face mask. I talk about this face mask all the time. I used it yesterday maybe, or the day before. Might even use it again tonight. I like using it after I have on like a full face of makeup. It's like this hydrating, toning face mask. It's so different than other face masks. It's like nice sheer coverage mask, and you leave it on for 20 minutes or so, or whatever it tells you, and it just hydrates your skin and tones it and just makes you look beautiful, healthy, and hydrated. And I really like this, and I was sent this in PR. Love their products, and this moisturizer is quite lovely. This is a very good moisturizer, and I put a little bit of a dent in it here. When I'm here, I use this a lot. It's a nice rich moisturizer, and I'm trying to see what it says it does. It says with multi-action super lotus. I'm not sure what that is, but it's been lovely. I've really enjoyed this. So this is like a smaller size as well, but very good moisturizer. Definitely recommend that. Baccarat Rouge. Look at how much, I don't know if you guys can see, but I've used quite a bit of this, I think, for the short period of time that I have had this fragrance. This is the Baccarat Rouge 540, and it is a smoky, sweet candy, but I also smell a little hint of something citrus. I don't know. It just smells like a dream. You can smell the various notes in this fragrance. It's more on the heavy side. It's definitely one that gets you noticed. Other people will smell this. Most of the time people have loved it. It smells amazing. I love this. So worth the hype, so worth the investment. I actually had to tell myself to stop using so much of it before I run out. I love that on the inside there's like a sketching on the label. It's just beautiful. It's exquisite. The bottle is just heavy. It was perfect. I just love this. I purchased the Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, and I've used about this much of this. And with this one, I have to not use so much because it's a travel size. So I have to be very careful not to spray so much of this one. But I want the larger size. And these are very similar. Like, I think if you like one, you would like the other. It's one of those types of fragrances. They're very different, but they are both in that sweet family and has that smoky spice type of. This one seems to be spicier, but this is so good. I'm so happy I have it. I would love to have it in the larger size, but even like this beautiful gold label on this, even this size is just exquisite. Like, they even put a lot of attention in this little travel spray. That's why it's $45. So good. Love that. Some body care that I want to mention. I'm on the Truly Beauty affiliate. Like, I guess I'm an affiliate with Truly Beauty. I purchased some of these products to talk to you guys about. The Buns of Glory is one of them, and it says smoothing butt polish, tighten and glow. It's got watermelon, retinol, wheat protein, apricot and orange flower boost. These polishes are amazing. Oh, it smells so fruity too. It smells like watermelon. This one has like all these, like, it's pink and green color. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's pink and green in color, and it's got these little exfoliating little beads you can feel. But to me, you could really just use this as like a body polish all over your body. I don't know that I see any type of difference in my butt or with this one is your upper area. This one is, I think I called it Acai, but it's Acai, A-C-A-I, your boobs. Lifting boob polish, firm and tighten. And perhaps if you use these products for long periods of time, maybe you'll see a difference. I don't know yet, but I do enjoy the experience. This one smells sort of like it looks. It's purple, and it says dragon fruit, retinol, vegan collagen, and antioxidant boost. And it smells sort of like grape bubble gum to me. But both of them are this beautiful creamy texture, but have a little bit of like something in it to exfoliate. You just smell so great. It's an experience in the shower using both of those products. So that's why I like it. Whether they do what they say, I don't know. But you feel softer and it just smells so good. I love it. And the other product I picked up was the Unicorn Fruit Whipped Body Butter. This smells like cotton candy, y'all. Smells like cotton candy. It's got the same stuff in it. ACAI, whatever that is, chia seed, matcha, rose water, and collagen boost. And this one is sort of cotton candy. This one has pink, yellow, blue, and green in it. Smells like cotton candy. I like putting this on before I go to bed. Like before I go to bed or when I leave the house. I don't like want to use too much of it because it's such a small amount. But it's not super heavy, but it's definitely a great body butter. And if you like that sweet candy smell, you'll like this. So I just like to rub it on my hands on my way out the door. I don't want to like use this all over my body because it's such a small, like I think maybe 4-ounce jar or something. So I don't want to use it everywhere. These products here are my favorites, and they're by Truly Beauty. And I do have a link that when used you can save 15%. So check down in the description box if you would like to try these products and save a little bit of cash. I hope that you guys have enjoyed my March favorites. These are the products that I have been loving in the month of March. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.